The hockey world lost a beautiful young woman in October of 2017. Gone far too soon, but still able to live a full life that made a tremendous impact on those she met on and off the ice.
She was one of those players that wasn't just a good player, she was a great player. She was on and off the ice, able to push everyone else to their better potential, but also to really get to know everyone.
She's a player that you love to coach. She had a high hockey IQ. She was tenacious. Anything you told her, she would take to heart and do her best to do it.
Sarah Stevenson began to play the game of hockey at a young age. However, it would be the relationships formed through the game that would cause her to fall in love with being on the ice.
She went to the Aurora program and met some lovely girls there, lovely families.
Yeah, I think there was a core group of girls on that Aurora team that Sarah played for years. And that's, I think, right away she kind of fell in love with that core group. It wasn't just falling in love with hockey, it was all the tournaments and all that sort of stuff. So it was, she just always loved it really from a very young age.
Her dream was to play hockey in the States. And because of Sarah's work ethic and drive, she would find a home in Lynchburg, Virginia, after being recruited by the Flames.
On the ice, she was definitely that player that kept pushing, kept going. You wanted to keep up with her, and sometimes you just couldn't. She was so driven, so hardworking, and was so humble about it. She was able to share that passion and ignite it on the whole team.
Her ability and leadership would be a key reason the Lady Flames would claim their first title in 2015.
Those nationals you're playing, we played, I think, 5 games in 4 days, and you just push and you're tired and exhausted.
I really think Sarah in the nationals played her best hockey. She scored more than she normally scores and did really well.
She did not stop. She didn't have it in her to stop, and she was able to encourage everyone else to just go and keep going, and like I said earlier, ignited the passion with everyone. She was, one of the driving forces behind it.
Sarah would assist on the team's 4th goal and help shut down the Red Hawks' powerful offense, leading them to their first ever national title. But this title wouldn't be her greatest accomplishment at Liberty. That would come off the ice, where she grew in her faith.
She really grew as a person, and especially in her faith. That was really cool to see.
I know that the girls were talking to me at the Celebration of Life. They were saying that she accepted Jesus Christ as her personal Lord and Savior. And for somebody to come into Liberty that could arguably at that point have been too good a player to play at Liberty, it's interesting to see somebody come in and you never know why, but God's got a plan. And I believe that God executed his plan perfectly for Sarah.
Sarah would go on to be drafted by the Toronto Furies, playing amongst the best female hockey players in the world. Along with that, she was training for a future career in law enforcement. Heartbreakingly, that future would be taken away as Sarah suddenly passed.
About 1 in the morning, all of a sudden, Sarah, kind of cried out. And I could tell Sarah was kind of a little discombobulated. And this isn't a normal thing. And I thought, Jan, I'm just going to call the ambulance because something's weird here. Not thinking the worst. And thing I noticed that when I get there and I'm in, Sarah's in a cubicle and the nurses are having troubles connecting anything to Sarah. And as soon as the code alarm goes off saying non-breathing, right away I know it's Sarah. Like I just knew it. And I looked at the cubicle.
Ian grabbed me, and then they working on Sarah.
And then we just had to hope that they could revive her. And I know they tried their very best.
A few days later, Sarah's family and hockey family would gather together once more to celebrate the legacy that she left behind.
Well, the Celebration of Life was amazing. I think there was at least 500 people there, and a good majority of the Liberty team came up. It was a wonderful event.
We were all back together, which was, amazing. We hadn't had the whole group back together in a really long time. But to be able to, see that those friendships do carry on afterwards and how much that she meant to each of us, I think, just really shone through. She would have loved it.